didn't prepare, did my assignments 4 days before the due date. Not good. Don't do that. But I find it easy and I'm enjoying it too much, and I'm kind of like, yes, I know I'm gonky, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, this is me dialing my sister's number.
She might fix, and I'm all up in her mix. She be mixing with the
guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just gonna dive straight in, no long intro. I'm just gonna talk about my first semester experience at uni and how that has been for me. When I first stepped into the room in uni, I was daunted, completely out of my comfort zone. I had never actually studied at level 4 before. For those of you who are watching and you're not from the UK, level 4 is university undergraduate level. I was like a fish out of water. I walked into the room and I remember there was just loads of people. This is the construction industry that I'm studying in, and I'm a black female, so I didn't expect there to be any females. I didn't expect there to be any black people. I expected it to be a white male dominated classroom. So when I did see an array of different people, I was slightly happy. I was happy about that because there's people that I could probably relate to. And the main thing on my mind is, can I get through this? Can I actually do this? Because I'd come from being a mature college student, which was very difficult because a lot of the people in my class were very young. If you haven't seen my video where I speak about how to handle that process of being a mature college student, then you can click the cards above. It should appear now. The university now, whole nother level obviously. And yeah, it was daunting, but to say the very least. But my first day I was pretty nervous. I was also worried about the social aspect of university. I don't want to put too much focus on age and things like that. There are people on my course who are much older than me, probably 20 years my senior. So age is not a big deal either. These are things that I've obviously now discovered that they're not a big deal. An introvert, nothing to be ashamed of. There's no problem with being an introvert. You are just naturally reserved. I have come to a point now where I accept that that's completely fine, you know what I'm saying? I like my own company and I kind of want to do my own thing, and I know that in the past, in social situations, people kind of, you know, come towards me and cleave to me. In university you do need to make friends with your peers, not best friends, no, but you do kind of need to build a relationship with your peers so that if you ever have group work or anything like that, you can tackle it together effectively instead of you being kind of alone because you've kind of distanced yourself from people. So this is a little bit of advice first, but that was what I've basically done. I've made friends here and there, but I have kind of for the most part just been independent, do my own thing, you know, taking in lessons. So the main thing I dealt with, and I always deal with, is anxiety. Anxiety is something that I have had on and off, and it's not a medical condition. For me, I don't class it as that. It can be for other people, so I don't want to downplay it, but for me it's not a medical condition, or it's not something that hinders me. Actually propels me, and it gives me strength and energy to tackle whatever's ahead of me. So if I feel fear or anxiety about a situation, I'll just like dive head first into the situation and just deal with it. So yes, had a bit of anxiety starting, all because of the reasons I mentioned just a while ago. And but that did not deter me from what I wanted to do. It made me actually have more power and more basically fueled me to do better and to actually push myself to just be comfortable in university. Like, I was kind of doubting whether I could do the work. I was doubting if I could actually bond with people. I was doubting a lot of things just leading up to even my first day and enrolling, you know. I was thinking of all these things. So yeah, that was my first couple weeks experience, but you know, after the first week or so, that kind of just went away and I was used to it, and I just got into the groove of things, and I just started getting to lectures every day. I was working, I've been working, but I was working as well, so my mind is on being a mother, working and being at university and getting everything done basically. A little story about my anxiety. Now this was when I was in college. Now I remember the first month I was so anxious, and I think my anxiety was doubled because I was around such young people, and it was hard for me to be in a classroom where people were doing madness on it was like a bunch of children, and when you're a mum and you have a child and you go into university and these grown people are basically acting like a child, like children, it makes it harder for you to learn and harder for you to get through the day. Because if you think about it, you're absorbing information from 9 to 5, for example. My day would run from 9 to 5, and you're absorbing information, and then you get like you get little breaks here and there, but you get like your one lunchtime break, which is like an hour or so, and then you come back and you're taking in a bunch of information again, and it's really heavy mentally to be just in a learning environment from 9 to 5, let alone be in a classroom and people are doing madness, like complete foolishness, shouting, cussing, swearing, playing music, not listening to the teachers having to tell you to sit down and be quiet. Like, this is primary school, so it was difficult for me, and so my anxiety was kind of through the roof, because I felt like, because of my age and compared to the other people, it was difficult for me to get through the day. At lunchtime I'd get the phone out and I'd be like, this is me dialing my sister's number. Then I would call my sister and I would just start blurting out everything that was going on during the day on the phone to her, just like literally offloading onto her. Poor thing. But no, shout out to my sister for having my back. You do need advice. You do need advice, and that's how I dealt with it then. And going into this now, completely different story. I had anxiety, but for different reasons. I had anxiety because of I was second guessing my abilities, so it was a different ball game. The rate of work that's coming in is so much lighter than college. College was an intense 1-year course, which is basically 2 years into one, so it's all squashed and you have to submit 3 assignments a month. But when I've come into uni now, another story. Like, it's more like, what I've had 3 assignments, I'd say like 3 pieces of work for the first semester and an exam. So it was nothing. That's, to me, is nothing. Like, the level that I was doing in college is nothing compared to what I'm doing now. And I'm glad that I did that, because that course that I did in college, it's an access to university course, so it's designed to prepare you for uni, and it really did. And I'm so glad I did that step. I appreciate that whole experience for many reasons, even just being around the young people, because it really did show me, even though I can be young at my heart and I'm crazy as hell, you know, I be twerking like a mug, but I'm also quite mature at the same time. And I guess we're all different people, but I just feel like self-improvement and growing and growth is very essential for maturity. So the work rate was A1 for me. Like, I'm enjoying it. I've done assignments 4 days before. Don't recommend that. Didn't prepare. Did my assignments 4 days before the due date. Not good. Don't do that. My little boy came in, pressed some buttons as he does, wiped off half of my work, and I'd been up all night. I've been up sleep deprived, and I'd been up all night doing that work, and it was just a mess, guys. So I would not recommend. I wouldn't recommend it, but I get, that's how I had my feet up all over Christmas, New Year, everything. You know, not doing much work. Just was like, yeah, I'll get it done. You know what I'm saying? 2,000 words, light work, because I'd been doing 3 a month in college. So if I'd give you any tips, I'd say don't take that. Don't take the fact that the workload, if you're coming from college like I did, is lighter. Don't take that for granted. Really do pace yourself. Like, honestly, it will help you in the long run. I would say that the quality of work is definitely of a higher standard. Yeah, definitely a higher standard. And it was, you know, I didn't know if I could do it. And I remember being in environmental science lecture and thinking, what is this? Like, seriously, all these equations? I could just see equations in front of me, and I was like, I went into shutdown mode. Like, my brain was like, I could just hear white noise, and it wasn't. I was confused. And so, yeah, when I came out of there, I was like, nope, I'm not even gonna allow that to put me off. I'm gonna still do this. And actually, I enjoyed my environmental science assignment given to me more than anything I thought I would enjoy. For me, I feel like you gain the most. It's in areas where you feel like you have a weakness. That's where you gain the most. So if I am being challenged by a topic or an assignment, I know I'm doing the right thing. If I find it easy and I'm enjoying it too much and I'm kind of like, yes, I know I'm going, you know what I'm saying, no, because that's when you're comfortable, you're not growing. And yeah, it's better when you're, you know, when you're getting challenge. Yeah, challenges are good, guys. Challenges are good. One thing about university that they always tell you before you go is that first year is a breeze, second year gets harder, third year you want to die, literally commit suicide. Also, they tell you that it's independent learning. The college did tell me that, you know, you guys, well, not me, they weren't telling me that, teacher's pet, but the other guys, they were kind of like, you guys are going to struggle because you're just way too unruly. And when you go into university, teachers are not helping you like how we help you. Teachers are trying to give you work and go home. They ain't here for extra extended period of time after the lecture. They're actually on some take the work, do the work. If you have any questions, ask me, but don't expect too much information because I'm not doing the work for you. You need to do it yourself. Cool. So I've gone into university feeling like I'm pretty much gonna be by myself. And doing this, you know, independently, and to a certain extent it's true, but actually in my university I can't speak for anybody else's experience, and I'm not going to give advice and tell you that once you get into university your tutor is going to be amazing. My tutors have been amazing, very helpful. One of my tutors actually called me on a day off just to give me some feedback on my work, which I never expected, and I appreciated that. And I think it just depends on the type of tutors that you have and the that if they really want to help you, then you're good. You know, you're lucky. All my tutors are amazing. Apart from one, I would say, who's pretty much, I'm not going to say he's bad or there's anything negative about him. He just has a very dismissive approach. Like, kind of. It's kind of like, yeah, he's very much what they tell you. Take the work, I'm going, I've got things to do. But all the rest of them have been amazing. I've had such a positive experience with my tutors. Very helpful, ready to listen to you, ready to answer your questions. They always respond to your emails. So let's get into the social life. Let's get into the juicy bit. My social life is non-existent. Don't exist. But it's okay, I'm happy. Going to university is my social life. When I see my friends and stuff like that, when I'm with family is my social life. When I'm with my son, social life. That's my social life. I'm happy about that. I'm not out here trying to party. No problem or no shade to you if you do party, but that's not really me. I'm really more of a person who likes to reflect inwardly, and I like to do all of my crystal work, like positive energy work, and lighting my incense, meditation. That's my social life. All of that to me is what brings me joy. If I'm grounded, that brings me joy. If I go and eat a vegan food or something very fresh, that brings me joy. Yeah, you don't need to have people around you in order to have a social life. And to me, what's really important is that I can sit down and actually go within and take that time. That to me is, I feel amazing. Take a bath. What? That's sexy. Take a bath with lavender, tea tree oil and all of that. That's sexy, man. Nah, come on. Yes, I'm on a journey of freedom and self-love, and with that, the positive thing about that, it gives you the ability to focus on your goals. It gives you the ability to have the motivation to conquer your dreams. I've even gone as far as to remove myself from social media or anything that I feel like I'm a little bit of a slave to. YouTube is one of them. If I'm honest, I would love to meet some people who vibe like me, who love a little cheeky vegan food, not a cheeky Nando's. Love a little cheeky incense stick. Another thing I like to do to socialise is twerk in the mirror. Like, twerking just, it's like exercise to me. Just twerk. Twerking in the mirror is life. Alright, so I'm gonna hit motherhood here. For all the mothers who are embarking on your university journey at an older age, I commend you. You're an amazing person, because it takes a lot of courage. I've never seen being a mum as a hindrance to what you can achieve in life. I think that you can work and be a mum, and being a fantastic mum too. I feel like you can study and be a fantastic mother. I am living proof that it can be done. My son is flourishing and has been flourishing, and you can give him all you want. yes, it's challenging having a toddler and having to submit work. It is challenging. And here he comes now. Hi! You saying hi? Say hi. Yeah! I would just say that, you know, if you're thinking of going into it, don't be fearful, embrace fear and challenge yourself, and you're being an amazing person if you're showing your child work ethic and showing him that nothing comes easy, and sometimes sacrificing is good. You can do anything, child or no child, you can do anything. Thank God my child is in nursery now, because girl, I'm telling you something, my child is energetic and he runs up and down all day. I have a book I can recommend. So if you're a very spiritual person like me and you're always searching for truth and always searching for freedom and always searching for something amazing, this is a great book to get you through stressful situations if you're at uni. This is Eternal Sunshine, and his name is Landrell, okay? He has a whole a meditation album, a few meditation albums, and he's basically spoken word, but it's positive. So this is the book version of that, Eternal Sunshine. This is very hippie. This is the hippie in me. I love it, and I feel like if something like that isn't up your street, you should find something which is a vice, a spiritual vice, which can take over when you feel like you are sinking. Because I know year 2 and year 3 are going to be difficult for me. My degree is 4 years long and I have a year of work experience, and so these are tools that I'm using right now. Even though year 1 is real easy right now, it's about to get raw in year 2. So I'm using all these tools to just elevate myself and get myself to a better level of oneness, better level of understanding and wisdom. So anyway guys, that's my first year uni experience video. Okay, it went a bit deeper than what I expected it, and it kind of strayed off to other topics, but I hope you gained something from this, and I hope that you'll be back next time. If you're thinking of going into education and you have any worries, I can answer your questions below, and if you want to share your information, like share your experiences down below. I'm also interested to read all the interesting stories that you might have. So yes, I hope this video has helped you immensely, and I will definitely see you in the next one.
Shorty bad, slim, big. She might drug, she might fix, and I